apricots. I always enjoy them through the years, kind of like peaches, except these are a little sweeter. And I want to go through and talk about the nutritional value of these, a little bit of the history, which is remarkable, and also some desserts. I got a lot of them, so I'm going to suggest, there's so many dessert options with this, I'm going to suggest you come to my blog where I have 10 different ways to serve apricots in different ways that I think it's maybe you haven't even thought of. So we're going to go through and talk about in this video those things, and of course the blog is always a good source. And get on our weekly email. It's RxHealthyHabits.com weekly email. It comes out once a week, and it's usually got all these videos embedded. The blog's embedded right in it. It's fantastic. So let's go through real quick. Brief history. This is fascinating. 4,000 years ago in China, pretty much, these were first talked about. They made the way from China to the ancient Greeks and Romans, and they looked at apricots as a way to, it's a symbol of fertility and abundance. So they really revered and loved apricots. The Silk Road, thanks for that, it found its way to Europe. So by the Eastern trade routes, it got its way to Europe, and there they really started to take off, and of course it came across Europe and across the United States into California, of course, and here, this is remarkable, in Nevada, we're not noted for our produce here. We're not noted for growing very much fruit here, but we can grow some lemons, and we can grow some apricots, because these are from trees right here in our neighborhood, which is phenomenal. Trust me, we don't get a lot of produce, and we don't get a lot of fruit, because we have to, the soil's terrible, and we have to irrigate everything. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's one of the reasons I want to do this. So yeah, they have a long history, and people for centuries have loved apricots. So nutrition value, real quick, and well, this might be a little small compared to some that you might have back in the Northeast or the South, but these are about the size of it, and it's 17 calories and only 4 grams of carb. So, and they're also going to be a lower glycemic from a previous video, right? A lower glycemic carb. So that's kind of good to know. They are packed, that's the macros. The micros, they are packed with vitamin A, which of course is good for skin, immune function, eyesight. They also have a significant amount of vitamin C, which is good for an antioxidant. Vitamin C always potassium. That's a great thing. They have iron. They're a source of iron, pretty significant, which is surprising. That's a good thing. And antioxidants, of course, the color, beta carotene, lycopene, powerful antioxidants. So really good for you. And I like the fact that they're very forgiving at 17 calories, right? How many of these can you eat? You can eat a lot. So what are some ways to enjoy apricots? Now, fresh and simple right here. Take a bite. The pits are really easy to find. They come out easy, so you're not struggling with that like you are sometimes with peaches or nectarines. So cool. Salad sensation. A lot of people like this in their salads. Probably going to want to peel it first, but you can add the touch of sweetness in your salad alongside your spinach or feta. Kind of a nice thing. Smoothies. Don't get me started. Okay, I'm a smoothie freak, and I love smoothies, and I use these all the time for my smoothies. I remember Mom, God rest her soul, was really good at making apricot jam, and I loved that on toast when I was a kid. Mom used to make that, and then I've never done this yet, but you can roast these and really throw them in the oven. I haven't tried this yet, and you can serve them with waffles or pancakes, with a little scoop of vanilla ice cream, I guess, if you want to indulge. This is what we have tried. We have grilled these on the grill aside our steak. You can't let them stay long, but they get really caramelized, and you grill them, and then it's going to make a nice accent to your pork, to your steak, to have this on the side. Really good apricot salsa. Yes, that's correct. You can take some jalapeno, and you can do some things with cilantro, lime juice. You can make a brilliant apricot salsa, and that's going to go really well on some tortilla chips. Kind of a different thing. It might be something that your guests will be like, wow. There's all kinds of baked goodies, you could do with apricots. I like the idea. I saw one here, and this was on some of the references I put. They cut them in half, and they fill them with different creams, and they make like a nice little stuffed sensation that you can put out for a dessert table at your house party. They're also, you can take and you can put some pistachio crust on with some a drizzle of honey, chopped pistachio, and you can put a little honey inside, and you got a delicious, beautiful you add maybe some leaves in there to give us some color, peppermint leaves, and then you got a brilliant, beautiful thing for your dinner parties. So apricots, do I love them? Well, I get them all the time from my friends, and I love popping in my mouth and enjoying them like that, but there's so many good uses for it. So I'm going to highly recommend you do that. And until next video podcast, stay healthy, eat healthy, and get stronger.